you're totally in a situation where you're totally lacking in any empirical guidance and support. You haven't gone out and been able to test and do anything in the market. Isn't it entirely appropriate, and isn't it the most honest thing for the company to say, it's our guess that this is what's going on? We don't know.
Yes.
So in that context, it's entirely legitimate for companies to say, this is what we see happening, and this is our guess as to what might actually occur. Guessing here, it's the only thing we can do in a situation.
Crypto correspondent Jen Schonberger has more on this. Jen.
Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary Gensler says he hopes to regulate cryptocurrency exchanges this year while warning about stablecoins. In a media availability on Wednesday, I asked Chair Gensler whether this would be the year that the SEC would regulate cryptocurrency exchanges. He told me, quote, "You shouldn't put timelines on yourself, but I will say I sure hope so. If the trading platforms don't come into their regulated space, this would be another year of the public being vulnerable." Gensler reiterated there are real vulnerabilities with cryptocurrency exchanges, calling crypto a, quote, highly speculative asset class, and underscoring that the platforms might be registered in some jurisdictions for light consumer protection, but that's not about market integrity. Meanwhile, Washington very focused on how to regulate stablecoins. When asked whether the SEC would look to levy regulations on stablecoins this year, Gensler told me, quote, "I don't want to get ahead of any one discussion with outside folks or any one possible investigation." Now, Gensler says he's also working closely with other regulators, such as the head of the CFTC, Treasury Secretary Yellen, as well as the Federal Reserve and the FDIC on new rules. In general, Gensler says he wants to bring stable coins in crypto within the regulatory perimeter, and to the extent that any actors or anyone is operating outside of that perimeter, the SEC is prepared to bring enforcement action. Now, some analysts have said that stable coins could be regulated by the SEC akin to money market funds with new disclosures and liquidity requirements. When asked about that, Chair Gensler said he does see some similarities between stable coins and money market funds. So guys, this could be the year that the SEC could levy regulations on cryptocurrency exchanges as well as the space. Back to you.
Hey, Jen, I'm curious what you're hearing from crypto people about this latest, right? Because there has been this sort of attitude, I feel like, from those in the crypto community that those in Washington just don't get it. And I wonder if you've heard any reaction to some of the SEC's latest moves here.
Well, let me take it a little bit broader than that, Julie. I will say that there was a hearing at the tail end of last year before the House Financial Services Committee where many CEOs of crypto companies testified, and they felt that they had a really good dialogue with lawmakers and that lawmakers are gaining a better understanding. I will say, in speaking with certain senators, that they are really diving into this and trying to get a better handle on things so that they do regulate this space properly. At the same time, I think the industry is hungry for rules of the road so that there will be better clarity. And analysts that I speak with say that there are a number of institutional investors waiting on the sidelines to get into crypto if they had better rules. So it's kind of a push and pull here.
Indeed.
So the important part about that was the very end as well, talking about why the institutional investors haven't got in, because they need more clarity. They need to know what the fuck's going on before they throw around that kind of money. So now to the broader markets. Make sure to hit that like button. I'm XRP Future Millionaire at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, about 4 hours and 45 minutes before the daily close. We're looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin, to me, it doesn't look like this could be the only level. It looks like it's got to pop up and finish off a beautiful, magnificent, I don't know if it's going to get past the 49 right here, the 41,995 mark, but if it does, we've got a nice cup and handle at 43,612 that would likely shoot us way down. But we're looking for a daily close over 40,000, obviously. We would love to see a daily close over 40,000. Particularly, we would love ultimately to see a close over this would be an ultra bullish signal for at least the weekend for a pump, or at least for altcoins to catch up, because that's what I care about. I don't even care about Bitcoin. I just want the altcoins to catch up now. So we're gonna want to pass that 40,595 area on the daily close, and I would put it on there, but for some reason, oh, there we go. It wasn't bringing that up at first. So we want to have a daily close over 40,581. We have support at 39,975 that we're working our way back down towards. We have to retest these areas. We might not go all the way back down there, but we're definitely retracing here a little bit. But not by much. We look pretty good here, actually. You could even say we came up, we popped, we broke through this level. We're coming back down and retracing around the level, so this is looking pretty good. As long as the volume, the volume is coming down every 30 minutes. That's the one thing. But I think we're probably going to build up to that 41,979. We came up over 40,000. We've been up it for a little bit now. So that's what I'd be looking for. And on the daily close, if you get a close over 40,581, that's over the 200 day and the 30 minute. Ultra. I mean, the daily, that's ultra bullish. Or the 4 hour, I don't know what I put it to daily. But the 4 hour. We're riding. We've had some divergences coming to the bullish side. We can have these moving averages pull up real quick, which it's going to take some work. But I think if we can get a close over 40,581, you're looking ultra bullish today. If you stay over 40,000, it's great. That 39,975 is where you really want to close. No questions asked. You want to really close over 40,000. So, just because of the move, we're going to put this to 40,000. That's going to be your ultimate indicator. If we can stay over that 40,000, that's a psychological level, and we can continue a weekend pump. I don't know how much higher Bitcoin's going to, like I said, the upside might be capped about 2,000 higher than this, around 41,979 or 42,499. Which, with the way it's going, I would like to do something like this. 43,000. No, it's too high. It's like that. Because you got one exactly 1,000 up higher where there's going to be heavy resistance. If we do break down under the 40,000, then you got 39,032 is the immediate support in the area. So that's Bitcoin, XRP. We came over the 23.6 fib. And we came over a very critical 61140 support and also a 63153 resistance level that we cleared. Now I think we're set up for this move up to 65.5. We're being supported now on some of the shorter term moving averages in the 4 hourly. And if we come up to the daily, we'll come up to 69 cents. But I don't know, our upside could be capped at 65.5. But just keep watching this because we are, for all intents and purposes, have broken out over this level. We're using 63.1 as support. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. And then ADA, because I got other things to do, but I wanted to come out and mainly update you on these since I talked about ADA. I got an ADA at $1.06. It bounced up over $1.10, and now we're retracing closer to this $1.08. If we go into the 30-minute time frame, we got rejected at the 110.2, which is normal, and now we got the 108.5 underneath. We've also got 109 that could come into play, could hold this level, but that's what we're looking at. We got a tight range here. We break the 110.12 or 110.26. We got 114.06. So that's our immediate level. That's where I would, what is it? We should make it accurate. There's the 114. Yeah, 114.6. I like that. And then if you can break that, you got this 117.1. And then these areas are not really relevant. The 119.2 might be, but I think if you were to break that 117.1, you're going to come up to like 121. And this is how I would have it played out. So right now, we got to get above this level at 114. I feel really good about. But immediately, we've got to get over this 110.26 to make that next push to 114.6. So pay attention, be alert. If you guys were in the Telegram, you would be one step ahead. You could see when I joined in the ADA. It's not like it's anything impressive. Nothing's impressive at this point except Bitcoin and Ethereum are leading the way. And generally, ADA will have a nice push up like Ethereum. So we're watching that angle, and the same thing with Doge. Doge is generally the same way, so we're watching that very closely as well. to where Doge could probably get a push to 1460 if we can break 1448. And then we'd be pushing our way up to 1516. Make sure to hit that like button, turn that bell notification to all. Subscribe to the channel, you're new returning. DGB. We broke outside that upper resistance, that downtrending resistance. So now our next move is going to be 2352 as long as we hold this, which it looks like we're going to at this point. So that's what I'd be looking for there. And then with XLM, we're making that run to the 22 cents like we've been talking about for days. But we've got to get over this. This is your cup and handle in the immediate zone. We've come up to it at like that 204, 205 level. And now we're coming down to get some support on the short-term moving average. So that's not anything unusual. In the 30-minute, we had a nice bullish divergence where the short-term moving average, the 20-day, came through the 200. So that's something to watch. XRP had the exact same thing for him. We had a bullish divergence. So if we get it in the 4-hour, we got a nice little pump. But in the 30-minute, it's nothing to really talk about. And then ADA, as far as the bullish divergence, we had one there as well. So these are good times because now we're being supported on the 200-day when it comes down. Or the short-term moving average came up. So as long as it keeps riding the short-term moving average, this one you can get real big pumps. You know, I mean like 20, 30, 40%. If it keeps riding it in a, you know, a symmetrical formation. Right now, it built that W like it needed to. And now if it bounces off of the 108.5 at worst, you know you're going to have a nice little pump here, probably to 114.6 at minimum. So consider what I'm saying. Hit that like button.